sure that, and there we go. See, I don't even finish the sentence, and bam, bam, bam. The gods, the web, the sources are with us this morning. So good morning, everyone. It is Friday. We know what that means with TwoSistas. It's Fantabulous Friday. We're going to give you some great keys on how to kind of really celebrate all your celebration wins from this past week and how you're going to forge forward into the weekend. But good morning, everyone. This is Carol Sue, AKA Naughty Boss Life from a bright blue sky Vero Beach with two
Sisters. And hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Janis, aka Wellness Diva 3.0. And excuse me, what a great way to segue into Fantabulous Friday. We've had an amazing week. We've had amazing guests. We have two amazing guests next week. You know, the gods are with us. And what better way to celebrate our wins on Fantabulous Friday? So I would like to start with my wins, if that's okay.
You go right ahead.
So I am officially back at the studio. That's been a long time for me, about 3 months with the foot issue. And there are, you know what, it keeps me glued together. You know, I just feel so great. You know, I'm at the 5 a.m. class during the week, and you get home, do all my stuff, and you know, it's 8 a.m. and I've already done my workout. I don't know, it just makes me feel so great, and it just like fires me up to want to do more. Backed off a little bit on the rowing. That's okay, because I was having an issue with my upper traps. We're all good, but that's what I am celebrating, being back. And it doesn't have to be specifically celebrate. The celebration aspect of it is different for everyone. You know, how does what you're celebrating affect your overall wellness? Makes you feel good. Boom. How about you?
That's awesome, Janet. It's good because I know a lot of people, when they look about health and fitness and when they've derailed for either an injury, life, you know, whatever curveball it is, that first step forward is always the most difficult. And it's really celebrating that if today or yesterday was your first time putting that step forward into saying, you know, whether you exercise or whether you said, you know what, I've been eating like crap, I'm back on the wagon, eating more clean. I've decided my fitness level has been going this way, but I'm not pushing myself enough. I'm just kind of maintaining, and now you want to push or you just want to start. And I think the biggest hurdle for most people is just do it, just start it. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be your best workout. It doesn't even mean that, you know, you got all your recipes down right, or maybe it had to do that you want to get health and fit within your own home, decluttering, cleaning out closets. And that was my wins this week, was to, we both have walk-in closets. And what happens, think about what a walk-in closet is with a door. It's really another room when you think about it. And when you have something like that, it's so easy, especially if you're in a hurry, run in, get what you need. Oh, a couple things fell off the shelf, or, you know, a pile of clothes starts to pile up. Oh yeah, I'll get to it later. Shut the door. And then the next day occurs and you run in, I'm like, oh, what did I do with those shoes? I'm going through this bin. Oh yeah, I'll get to that later. So imagine that reoccurring over and over again. And what it was for me was a visual sign of declutter, but it also had a bigger representation because I took the bigger representation that it represented with health. So we don't see our insides, right? So if you're one that you're trying to eat clean and you've derailed, picture your inside as that walk-in closet. Would you be able to actually have a path to walk in? With all the nooks and crannies of your gut, your systems within your body, just like your closet, have room in a compartment for everything to be neat and tidy. So it was really kind of an aha moment once I finally completed it, which I did, reorganized. I had to get a few more bins. You don't realize the stuff that you do accumulate, even though I've cleaned out 3 times already. I'm a person that loves, kind of like our mom, shoes and flip-flops. Now, our mom was not really huge into flip-flops, but she was huge into stilettos. So she had lots, bold colors. She was very, I want to say she was 5'9", 5'10". But with the stilettos, she appeared like 6 feet always. And so you can imagine having a lot of pairs of stilettos. In my case, I'm thankful that it's mostly flip-flops and sneakers. So they can get compact better. So I had to get a few more bins to put them in. And actually, this is kind of a weird thing, but how many times do you go through your flops? Flip-flops wear out too, but you just keep wearing them. So
Well,
what I was, I have so many, and I flip the bottoms over. Unstableness here. So can you hear me now?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
some of you going in and out a little bit, so we do apologize for that. You
We
were
good?
talking about the flip-flops,
I
but
see that you're using.
what I
Can you
noticed,
hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. You're going in and out. It's like
Can you hear me?
yes, the video aspect of it is not cut off with your voice. But you were saying something about flip-flops, and what I noticed about flip-flops is they tend to stretch out. And they stretch out so
Yeah,
fast.
can you hear me now?
That I can't wear them anymore. We are continuing to have tech issues. So you there? So folks, we do apologize. We're having some connection or bandwidth issues. It looks like I am, obviously I'm chatting. Carol Sue is frozen and it looks like she's coming. There she is. But now she's frozen again.
No, it was really weird. I could sort of hear you, but you were. Is it working now?
This connection stuff is really, it's just aggravating.
It keeps saying you're in. Yeah, we're a little unstable.
Unstable.
I'm happy, but quickly, am I still on?
You're on, but your face is frozen.
And I see her every few seconds. She kinds of moves, so I'm not really sure. Keep chatting, and maybe she will hear me. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Responding.
Yes, I can hear you.
Kind of go back and forth to see what I hear.
Yeah, we're having major connection issues with the Wi-Fi.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not working.
Yeah. So
Working very good.
yeah, so we'll wrap it up.
Hold on, I'm gonna try something different. Hold on, let's see.
So we are just, looks like Carol Sue on her end is checking out some connection issues. I see that Tina Bina is online here.
Hold on, I'm trying.
And we are still checking things on here. Everything looks good on my end. So you have frozen
Can you
up.
hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. I think we're back. You know, sometimes you got to kind of make some adjustments, and I'm just going to go right where I left off, where I think you.
And there we go again.
Exactly. I was talking about flip-flops.
Yeah.
And are you frozen still?
You're frozen again. So I think we're going to potentially just wrap this one up and
yeah,
we're having some major issues and
the internet's really unstable right now. I don't know why.
Yeah. So anyways, this is Janis, aka Wellness Diva, and I am with the frozen. No, she's not doing Botox.
Am I frozen?
No, you're not. But before you, you were frozen and it almost looked like you were waiting for a Botox shot or something. I was cracking up.
Love it. I love it. You know, sometimes you can't control these things. The internet is a little unstable, and we kind of go with the flow with it. And you know, it just sometimes that happens. And we don't stop. We actually keep talking, hoping that at some point the connection's going to make. But what I do want to finish up with the flip flops, because I had someone just message me about it. What about the flip flops? Look at the bottom of your flip flops, because a lot of times you keep pairs for years and years and you just don't even think about it. You just wear them, you know, when the season comes. So that's one of the reasons why I was able to declutter a lot of flip flops. Was I looked at the bottom and said, ooh, you can really see where they're worn. Depending on the type of material, you know, sometimes you'll find a strap loose. I'm like, you know what, why am I holding on to these? So that was my big win that I celebrated this week, was getting more organized and really using the walk-in closet as an example of what, you know, my inside looks like, to make sure that, because with the walk-in closet, you can definitely see it hits you, stares you in the face every time you open up the door. Are we opening up the door to what's going on inside of our own bodies? And that's the whole point of just taking that first step, whether it's, you know, the health, the fitness, eating better, eating clean. That does not mean you still can't enjoy food. You still can, but make sure that you're back on track. And if you fell off from what you were doing, that you found that success, figure out the reasons why you fell off. Maybe what you were doing really wasn't conducive with your lifestyle. A lot of times that happens. Someone sees a program or a fitness style or a class, a 5 a.m. class. Maybe you were one of those people that always did the 5 a.m. class, but for whatever reason now, that's not fitting your lifestyle. So what did you do? You gave up on it, slowly backed off, weren't going. Well, guess what? Find another class that fits your lifestyle, fits your schedule. And these are things that we're in control of, that we can change, we can pivot, we can divot to make sure that we get back on track, and celebrate that. Even if you just started, celebrate that getting started. What do you think, Jan?
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, I just want to add to the, you know, people say, oh my God, you're so, you know, even Gary said, you going to class tomorrow? It means the alarm is going to go off real early. And I'm like, yes, because listen, the point for me going at 5 a.m. is because, number one, I have to get up and go exercise. Otherwise, guess what? It's not happening. I know myself well enough. And I know that if I hit that snooze button and don't go, it's not going to happen. So yes, it may seem crazy to a lot of people that my alarm goes off at 4:15 a.m. I bounce out of bed, boom, boom, boom. I have all my stuff ready, obviously prepared the night before. That works for me. That may not work for you. Find out what works for you and really be honest with yourself. And even if you have to write it down, just take one day and really map it out in however it works for you, maybe in 15-minute segments, however it works for you, but map out what you do the whole day. And you may want to start with, okay, I woke up at 6:20 this morning. This is what I did. Really detail it, because you're going to find gaps in there, number one, where you can get something done. And if, for instance, you know, we all do the scroll thing, and, you know, I'm guilty of scrolling too much in the morning, and I still do that. But if I have time before I go to class, I only put it on for 2 minutes. I put my timer on for 2 minutes. That's it. If I would just want to kind of look real quick, see what's going on, do what works for you. Be honest with yourself. And once you've filled out that sheet for at least one day, try it for one day and see, be honest with what you're looking at. Oh, I screwed off from 1 to 2. Oh, geez, I could have gotten a lot done. And you can manipulate your time in such a way where it's cohesive with your lifestyle. Now, I'm kind of gearing up to do the 75 hard, and I am thinking probably mid-April, maybe after tax day. And for me, I wanted to start it earlier. Obviously, I couldn't, but I don't like I know people that walk bright and early in the morning, and obviously we're in the wintertime in the Northeast. I'm not going out and walking in the cold. That's just not me. So that's kind of what I'm gearing up for. do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else.
Absolutely. And because guess what? No one's going to do it for you. Number one, it's no one's else responsibility. And I think that's part of the piece of celebrating when you actually do get started, because you can have people that can encourage you. You can have people cheering you on, but ultimately it's you taking that very first step and saying, you know what? I want to feel better. You know, my joints, my muscles are a little achy. I need more stretching. I need to get more active. Because not only are you going to eventually see that physical transformation, you're going to get the mindset transformation that I believed in myself enough that while, yes, the encouragement and the well-wishing from people that really want to encourage me helps, it's me that's got to encourage me. It's me that has to have that conversation in the mirror and saying, make the time, you've got the time. Now, as far as social media and scrolling, if you are an entrepreneur and social media is part of your platform to increase your business and to get your message out, share your journey, share your story, make sure that when you are on social media, that's exactly what you're doing. Whether it's reaching out to people, commenting on other people's posts, connecting with your customers, that is not the same thing as scrolling. Scrolling, because you do have to, even in business, you do have to scroll because the people that you're connecting with, their news feeds are coming up and you want to connect with them. If you're scrolling for a purpose, that is okay. That's not the kind of scrolling we're talking about. If you're just scrolling just because, you know, you're waiting around, like even if you're in, now that people are in states are opening up, say you're waiting for an appointment or you're at the checkout line and you're at the grocery store, I'll notice a lot of people scrolling. Are you missing the opportunity that is right in your surrounding and being in the present moment because your nose is glued to your cell phone? I see so many people doing that, and I'll give you an instance which was very impactful. There was an older woman in front of me, and there was a person just beyond her. They were kind of almost side by side because it was one of those kind of weird registers. And the woman kind of diagonal to her nose was, and you could see, because she had one of those bigger phones, that she was just basically just scrolling. And this poor elderly woman, like literally arm's length away from her, was really struggling to pick up, you know, I don't know how she did it, whether somebody placed her for, but a heavy bag, I want to say it was birdseed, on the bottom of her carriage, and she physically just couldn't. So I put my stuff down and I went to go help her. And as I was doing that, the woman next to her, who could have easily helped her, oh, what's going on? And I thought at that moment, these are the moments that you're missing. You're missing the moment to pay it forward and to be kind to somebody in need who needs help because you're too busy here. The other piece I find is like when people are out to eat, I always try to leave because I love to take pictures, so I do leave my phone pretty much adjacent to me, but I have a case, so what I do is actually just shut it and I put it down. You know, obviously if I get an alert or whatever, I'll check, but because there's too many times you'll see people that are in live and in person and present with their loved ones, their friends, and they're not chatting, they're all like.
I know. Yeah, we just recently made a rule that we kind of follow it, don't follow it. We try to follow it for sure. That, you know, even if we have our cell phone, you know, because obviously sometimes I'm going from my desk with a meeting with a client, you know, right to the table. But, you know, I'll check the volume, make sure it's turned down, turn it upside down if I have my phone in hand. So, you know, there isn't that temptation to, oh, you know, what's going on? I just got alert. You know, of course, you know, the big news, there were two big news alerts. One was, something about an earthquake off the coast of Greece. And by the way, the Hartford area had, they said, a little minor earthquake. I haven't caught up with that news alert. And I thought, oh, wow, earthquake yesterday off the coast of Greece. And now in Connecticut, just,
That's so weird.
you hear about all these weird things. And then the other weird thing, what is up with Dr. Seuss? eBay, you suck.
But I don't know what happened with eBay.
They're banning Dr. Seuss books.
A lot of people don't realize Dr. Seuss was born in Springfield. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that. Well, there's not really much to say about that because it's part of the whole cancel culture madness, as I call it. And is we could dive into that, and that could be a whole show in it of itself. So we can't control that. What we can control is try to ignore what they're doing. And you know what? If we like the book, find other ways to buy it, or if you have them, hold on to them. Because there are great stories. And I think the one thing I will say is if we go back in time, if we look into history, now I find it funny that they want to cancel history out, but yet they're still going back in history to go out of their way to find, and they actually have different think tank groups that are reviewing all kinds of literature from, I'm not even sure where they're starting from, quite a while ago, apparently. But is that a wise ways of using time? Because we're talking about time and managing time to help for health and wellness. Is that really? Because I don't think, and I'm not saying that there are subliminal things that do occur. We could say that in every aspect of our lives. But when you are going out with intention and purpose to try to find any little word angle, because I saw some of what they were referring to, and I'm like, it's a stretch, people. This is a stretch. So I try to remove myself from it in the sense of people have to make choices. And if you're going to allow government or these think tanks to kind of cancel things that are of value to you, then fight for it. Collectively, we've already proven that collectively we can do that as a consumer. So I would imagine that's going to also occur, because it did happen with Hasbro with Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. People were annoyed, people spoke out, and people collectively as consumers got together, and Hasbro made the only decision. Now, it was probably based on financial, which most corporations are, so I get that piece to it. But the consumer does have power, so we'll see what goes on with that. And what I hope it does not inflict upon is those that really depend on going to the library. There's something to say about going to the library and getting that book. If they're going to start banning these books from public facilities, that is a problem as well. So hopefully that does not occur, but shame on those think takers. I think that there's more ways that you could use your time that will impact and add value. And I just don't think going after Dr. Seuss books is one of them. And that's what I'll say on that piece.
Yeah. So moving right along. Oh my gosh, always so much to cover.
Yeah.
So what is up this weekend?
We don't know. I know we're going into a cooler path. We've had gorgeous weather. Yesterday was a little on the cooler side. We started to see that come in. When I say cooler side, I don't think it's cooler side. It's going to be upper 70s. But for other people, we're going through a cold front. I'm like, okay. So for me, I love anything 55 and above. I'm confident and can function. And right now it looks very warm out, and it could, I'm not even sure what the temp is. Maybe I think it's like 60 something right now. It's supposed to get up to mid 70s. That's beautiful weather for me. So I'm excited. And I don't know, we're going to just kind of play things by ear. I know we got some pickleball coming up this morning. I've got to get my nails done. I'm just not sure what color to go to. I really like this blue, so I might just keep it, but I don't know. I've got that going on. A few other things going on. What have you got going on?
Just wrapping up some stuff. I have some projects in the works.
Me too.
And what a beautiful day. It's sunny. Yes, it's cold, but we'll get through it.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. Well, with that, everyone, we want you to be in charge of celebrating you. Have a party for yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Have that conversation in the mirror with yourself. Make sure you tell yourself that you love you, because no one's going to love you better than yourself, and appreciate those wins. It doesn't matter. Celebrate them, whether they're big, small, medium. That's not the point. The point is celebrating you to make you feel good about you, because when you feel good about you, guess what? You're going to pass that forward to other people. And it's such a good feeling. This is Carol Sue, AKA Naughty Boss, Lady Canna, live from Vero Beach with Two
Sisters. Hey everyone, my name is Janis, aka Wellness Diva 3.0. Have a fantabulous Friday, a fantastic weekend, and we shall see you Monday. Bye everyone. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.